The year is 1990. A 27-year-old Michael Jordan, fresh off another top 2 finish in MVP voting, watches Magic Johnson, the man who keeps racking up the MVPs, raise another championship trophy, his 6th in his career. While Jordan has 2 of his own, he is nowhere near comparison to Magic, no doubt the greatest basketball player the world has seen. He's fended off the new era of stars, Jordan in his Fortune, Akeem in his Bulls, Stockton in his Bullets, Ewing in his Spurs, Isaiah Thomas in his Hornets, and the list goes on. All roads continue to lead through LA and Magic Johnson. At 30, he shows no signs of stopping soon. The league is expanding with its newfound talent, diluting the talent of the existing teams. Las Vegas has withstanded these changes, keeping their core intact. Sam Vincent is heading to Minnesota, the last Fortune member to leave Sin City. Yet, as the city has grown, so has the team's draw on free agency, securing guys such as Harper and Rodman, as the Fortune continue to be a threat to the Lakers. Jordan is hitting his prime. He's clearly the prince of the NBA, waiting to take over, waiting for Magic's reign to end. He's stolen 2 championships from the GOAT, solidifying himself as immortal in the desert. Across NBA circles, the question has become, when will the prince dethrone the king and bring the NBA into a new era? Alright, welcome back to the Las Vegas Fortune franchise. We are now in the 1990s. It is soon to be a new era of basketball. Obviously, we are coming off of a little bit of a rough stretch these last 2 seasons. It's been a quick minute since I have touched the save, so I've gotten back into the flow of the save and kind of looked around the league, see what we need to do moving forward. Hopefully we can get back on the championship path. But before we get into that, there's one major change heading into the season, and that is that we have rebranded into our 1990s logo. This is supposed to be kind of like our fun era logo, I guess. I'm kind of drawing a lot of inspiration from the Raptors logo and the dinosaur. Obviously this isn't like any sort of animal, but kind of a logo that doesn't really fit any era except for the 90s, right? It's like every NBA team has that logo that it works for some teams, it works for doesn't, but it's like way out there compared to the rest of their logos. This is what I'm doing with this. Obviously this is supposed to be the face cards and then the Ace of Hearts as our logo, the Las Vegas Fortune. We'll take a look at the jerseys as well as the arena. Again, looked at a bunch of different arenas from this era, and a lot of them had the painted inside the arc with the actual paint itself, just a wood color, kind of drawing inspiration from that, as well as just the multicolored floor. As you see, the top of the free throw line, that's a different color than the rest of the inside the arc, and then obviously keeping the perimeter the same color, as well as just a wood color inside the paint. And then for our home uniform, again, kind of drawing inspiration from the Raptors, how they just had the big dinosaur logo in the middle. We just have the big face cards logo in the middle here, added a little stripe on the side, and then added a pattern on the back. 2K is a little weird. If I try and bring the pattern down, it's just going to go on in the shorts really weird. So it does like stop a little early, but that is the design on both the back of the home jersey and the away jersey, as you see here. And then on the away jersey, we're keeping it nice and simple, just Las Vegas on the front, and then you see the face card logo on the shorts there. And then alternate uniform is just going to be the same thing, just because again in this era there wasn't a lot of alternate uniforms. We're not going to be one of the teams to have an alternate uniform, at least in the 90s. So I don't know how long I'm going to stay with this logo. I like it. We'll see how long I like it for. I might get sick of it and might think it looks dumb. For now, I like it. This is what we're going to use at least for a couple of years. We might switch back to a more just the words in that curved font. I really like that font. We probably will go back to that at some point, but for now, in the early 90s, we're going with this logo as we head into the 90s. And with that, Alvin Scott will never wear these uniforms as he retires from the NBA alongside Junior Bridgman, Dennis Johnson, George Gervin, David Thompson, Julius Erving. The old guard of the NBA is starting to retire. They're all in their mid-30s, if not older. Then McKinney, a former Las Vegas Fortune for a year and a half, he retires after just 10 years. Yeah, I mean, we are getting into the next era of basketball here. A lot of coaches retiring as well. As for Hall of Fame inductees, Julius Erving and George Gervin are the only 2 to get in, and Walter Davis joins those 2 as getting his jersey retired at his respective team. And as you can see, there is a lot of rebranding in the NBA this offseason. That's why I did it for this offseason, but no teams are joining the NBA. There is just a slight rule change in the lottery, which of course we're going to accept. Speaking of the lottery, I don't think we're going to have any lottery picks. I don't see any as we get into it. Boston gets the number 1 pick, the Clippers get the number 2 pick, and the Nuggets get the number 3 pick. We are the 27th pick I don't see anything else that's ours. Looking at this draft class, Gary Payton's really the guy to get. Derek Coleman potentially could be a guy to go get. Michael Curry, Kendall Gill, Muhammad Abdul-Rauf. There are a lot of guys in this draft class that we could go get. Tony Kukoc, we could also go get, but I am perfectly fine with 27. The one thing I've been thinking of is really if it's time to make a splash and potentially move on from Cliff Robinson and Johnny Moore. These are two guys that are on the older side of our team. In fact, they are the two oldest guys on our team. And I kind of want to see what the package is for these two. I'm going to look around the NBA real quick, see if we can get an upgrade, either younger or just better than Cliff Robinson. He's been a great fit for us, but I think it might be time to try and potentially free up some money to see if there's any big free agents to go after. I know we have some free agents that are important. I know Del Curry is one of them, but just looking at bigs, if we can make a swing on potentially Jeff Ruland, that could help out a ton. He's just as good of a rebounder, but I'm just going to see what I can get for those two guys. Again, two oldest guys on our team, they've been great, but at some point you do have to shake up the core if you want to continue to compete. There are multiple trades in here that intrigue me. If this was even 3 years earlier and Bill Laimbeer's 30 years old, I'd potentially do this, but AC Green, I think this is going to work. Honestly, it doesn't free up money, but we get a first round pick, a 26-year-old, 85 overall, so he's better and younger. He's a better rebounder. I think this is going to be a great role man for Derek Harper, for Michael Jordan. He's just been a role player for the most part, at least statistically. I mean, he's been playing 30 minutes the last couple of years. I don't need him to go be a scorer. I need him to be a rebounder, but we also have Dennis Rodman. I think this is a guy that we trade for and get another first round pick down the road, which we need to start stacking first round picks. Cliff Robinson, Johnny Moore, it's been great. You guys brought us championships here. You guys are so important to this team, but it is time to move on. As much as it sucks to see two guys that are very important to our championship window, at least our first time around in this new era with Michael Jordan going into his prime, I need guys that are around his age, if not younger. Franklin Hunt, honestly, this might be the last year of the Franklin Hunt experience, the way it's going right now, just because we might need a better coach. And again, if we can't get it to the promised land, he might be gone next year. But as of right now, we don't need to sign anybody, so we're going to move ahead to the draft. I looked around the league to see if we can move up. A lot of the trades involved Rafael Addison. He's not a guy I'm willing to give up, so we're going to stay at 27. We'll go through the first couple picks here. Gary Payton goes number 1 to the Boston Celtics, 6'4" out of Oregon State. Obviously, we know what the glove becomes. We'll see what he becomes in Boston. The Clippers take Dennis Scott, a small forward out of Georgia Tech. Kendall Gill goes number 3 to the Nuggets. Derek Coleman goes to the Timberwolves, power forward, 6'10" out of Syracuse. Could he potentially be the first star that the Timberwolves have? Sam Vincent is over there as a pretty solid point guard for him. Honestly, I don't really know that roster to know if he's even going to be their star, but with the number 4 pick, they have a pretty solid power forward. The Sixers trade the number 5 pick for Sleepy Floyd. That is a pretty big trade. And so now the Warriors are going to take Muhammad Abdul-Rauf, really good player. I think one of the more underrated players in NBA history, 6'1" out of LSU. He's a shooter. That is going to be a great fit over there in Golden State. And Owen Cardinal is going to go number 6, 6'10" auto center out of Oregon. So we are going to sim to our pick now, and then we'll go back through and see who was drafted. D Brown goes number 9 to the Cavs. Lionel Simmons goes 10. Antonio Davis goes 11. Tyrone Hill goes number 15 to the Bullets. Honestly, don't recognize a lot of the names in this. Tony Kukoc goes number 18 to the Heat. This is one of the weaker draft classes when it comes to my knowledge. A lot of these names could be auto-generated, could be players. I honestly don't really know, so apologies that I don't have the most knowledge when it comes to this draft class. I did see a couple trades that are potentially worth looking at. It is the draft. I'm pretty sure you get more value when you're in the draft. A couple future first-round picks. Really, if there's nobody that is worth taking, I might potentially trade. And looking around, there's not really anybody that I'm willing to go draft. I would rather actually just go push these picks back to a draft class where I feel more confident in my knowledge of A, players, but then B, just like where we are in the draft. So I'm honestly just going to pick one of these. Probably a 92 pick. I'm going to go with the lottery protected from the Clippers. It seems like the weakest one. Push these back just a little bit and get out of this. And so with that, we are just going to get out of the draft. Again, no draft picks. It's been a couple years since we picked anybody. But again, I just haven't really been confident where we are in the draft and making a move. So again, we're going to have no rookies to sign. Team player options, we have a couple important guys. Barcelona's we're going to bring back. Will Purdue, we're definitely going to bring back. All guys that are 26 and under. I mean, these two, this is a big offseason for them. Potential wise is huge. And before I do this, I want to make sure that I know who I'm looking for in free agency. and Del Curry is really the main guy I have to go get. Obviously, Tellus Frank is important, but Del Curry, I'm going to have to pay. And I'm more than willing to pay him. I'm going to extend Tellus Frank as well. And with $1 million in cap space, we're honestly just going to go get our guys. They are restricted, so I might wait it out, but we will see. Charles Barkley, I don't think I have the money for Charles Barkley. I'm definitely going to check. I do not have the money for Charles Barkley. About $2 million to work with. So the issue with that is that Del Curry wants $2 million. He's probably going to get $2 million. I'm going to sim a couple days. I'm going to renounce Larry Spriggs' rights. I don't even think he ever played for us. I'm just going to see what I can get, see if he even gets any offers, because again, this is very important to bring these guys back, but that is my top priority, to bring him back. And if they're going to sit there restricted, I just don't want to lose them. I will probably try and get him to sign a team-friendly contract. We will be replacing Tellus Frank though, because he is not interested in negotiating with us. That's fine. I'll go get another power forward. Got Del Curry, and guess who's back? Kurt Rambis is going to be joining the Las Vegas Fortune once again, replacing Tellus Frank. And I keep forgetting to do this. I'm going to go see who's signed where. First things first, Charles Barkley is going to re-sign with the Kings. Clyde Drexler is going to leave the Trailblazers for the Magic. Mark Price is going to the Spurs, where he's been. Brad Daugherty is going to re-sign with the Nets. Terry Cummings is going to join the Timberwolves, leaving the Bulls. That is a big pickup for them. So now they have a small forward, power forward duo between Cummings and Coleman. That's going to be massive. Larry Nance is going to the Pacers, leaving the Suns. Ron Harper is going to rejoin the Mavericks. Doc Rivers going to the Knicks. Jeff Malone's going to the Bulls, leaving the Pacers. All kinds of players moving around. This is actually a very massive offseason. Thank God that I checked this. I've been bad at checking this the last couple times. And now that we have our guys, I'm just definitely going to sim out of here and go to player progression. Player progression's huge. Michael Jordan goes up 2. Dennis Rodman goes up 1 to 78. Will Perdue goes up 1. Steve Kerr goes up 2. Tellus Frank is somehow back. I guess he didn't get another offer, so now he wants to play basketball. He goes up 2. And Kurt Rambis goes down 1 to a 73. That rounds out our roster. Perfectly fine with him going down. Yeah, the team's looking solid. I like the mix-up, bringing in a new star alongside Michael Jordan. And to start off the 1990s, we're going to be running a 10-man rotation, starting out with Franklin Hunt still as your coach. Derek Harper, Michael Jordan, Rafael Addison, AC Green, and Will Perdue are going to get the day one starts. Del Curry's going to be playing 29 minutes off the bench. Dennis Rodman is getting a lot of minutes off the bench as well. And yeah, this is going to be a very solid team. I can just feel it. I think this team's built well. We're only going to get better from here. And with that being said, I'm just going to sim, hopefully no major injuries. I'm done stopping at just little injuries like that. We're just going to blow through at this point just to save time in these videos. At the trade deadline, as you can see, we are the 2nd seed in the power rankings and we're the 3rd seed in the conference. The Lakers are unstoppable. The Kings just happen to be in the right division to be ahead of us. We are 2 seed like usual. I don't think we're going to catch up to the Lakers, but I don't think we're in any positioning battles or any threat of missing the playoffs. I'm perfectly fine just continuing to sim. Obviously, since we're here, we will check the transaction report. I'm going to sim through it and sim this game against the Bulls, which we take care of business. Michael Jordan with a great game. He's having a great season so far. He still can't get in the number 1 spot at the MVP. And really, I don't think we're going to have anybody in any award races. Michael Jordan is back in the DPOY race right now. We have no one anywhere else in this. It's just Michael Jordan per usual. In all-star voting, once again, Michael Jordan, 2nd most popular guy in the NBA. We're just waiting for Magic Johnson to fall off. I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm hoping it's soon because this Lakers team is good. And they're built to win with James Worthy, Magic Johnson, both just sitting around 30. This team is going to be good for a while. Hopefully we can continue to compete with them. Yeah, so far, Del Curry is just our scorer off the bench. I'm honestly fine with him being there. We've stayed healthy for the most part. A couple of guys have missed some games, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far out of the squad, and I'm perfectly fine to continue simming. There hasn't really been bumps, which is almost more scary. Michael Jordan, we're just going to go ahead and take care of him right now and just sign him while in season. Perfect. Never even gets a touch free agency. Beautiful. All right, we've reached the end of the season. Very solid record. Did not catch the last game to know what our true record is, but we were in the 50s somewhere. On screen are the true 1991 award winners. Michael Jordan had an MVP in this season in real life, but Magic Johnson takes it. Gary Payton wins Rookie of the Year. Pretty solid numbers for the glove. I do not know how good the Celtics were. 6th Man of the Year goes to Drazen Petrovic. I know I said that wrong. I know I should know how to say it. Really solid player. I'm surprised he is on their bench. Akeem wins DPOI like usual. Dennis Rodman, who's on our bench, was on Detroit in real life and won this award. Doug West wins most improved. Interesting. Feel like there's better candidates. He just had a bigger role. That's whatever. The Lakers are good. The Lakers are good. That's pretty much all you need to know. The Lakers are really good. Michael Jordan, once again, All-NBA first team. We're seeing a lot of new names start to pop up on these teams. It's the new era is coming. The Lakers are so good. We're just getting random people on this, I swear. And I'm sorry to John Williams because I'm sure he's a very good basketball player. And I probably am a casual for not actually knowing who this is. He's on the All-NBA second team because of how good the Lakers are. 83 overall. These are not All-NBA second team numbers. That's how good they are. That is how good this team is that we have to go up against. How Michael Jordan makes the all-defensive first team. How in a video in a series it's about an expansion team, the Lakers just take it over. Once again, we have nobody else except for Michael Jordan on any of these teams. We're a 3 seed once again because we're in the same division as the Lakers, so it's going to be a while until we're the 1 seed or the 2 seed. Taking a look at our stat leaders, Michael Jordan is our leader in PER. I don't think anybody expected anything different. Jordan also led in points per game. We have a new rebound leader, AC Green, our new pickup. He's currently injured. This is probably our most important injury of the season so far, but 9 rebounds a game. Dennis Rodman right behind him. Harper also leads in assists now that Johnny Moore is gone, 5.9 leads. And then Jordan leads in both blocks and steals. We also finished 55 and 27, much better than the Dallas Mavericks, who are the 3 seed. Don't want to call them frauds. They are the 2 seed. We're going to treat them like the 2 seed. Jordan led the league in scoring. Akeem led in rebounds per game. John Stockton is the only man over double-digit assists a game. Harper at almost 2.5 steals a game. Rookie Gary Payton almost leads the league immediately. Blocks per game is Patrick Ewing. Clyde Drexler on the Magic shoots 60% on the season. Jeff Hornacek shoots 43% on almost 2 threes a game. Derek McKee is taking 3.5 threes a game, so the 3-pointer is coming and it is coming very quickly. And free throw champ is Mark Price this year at 95.3%. So obviously with AC Green hurt right now, we do not have our starting power forward and our second star, so we are a little hurt right now. I am also going to shorten the rotation just a little bit as we get into this first round matchup, as hopefully we can get out of the first and second rounds. I think we have the better team still. Michael Jordan is the best player in the series, so I'm always going to believe we have a chance. Dennis Rodman, Horace Grant, I think will be a good matchup. Patrick Ewing is going to dominate Will Purdue. That's what worries me the most. Mark Price is solid. I think Derek Harper can take care of it, but hopefully Michael Jordan can dominate his matchup as well. But a best of 5, we absolutely need this to keep this playoff run alive and keep AC Green, get him healthy. Injuries is not going to help. Injuries is not going to help. Tied up at 1. I do not want to change the rotation. We're up 2-1, hoping for a win here, and we get out of the first round. Those are long-term injuries, which sucks. It really does. It's not going to want me to play them. I'm going to play them, and AC Green is back and can play. Obviously, he's going to come off the bench for now, which I'm totally fine with, because Dennis Rodman is working. In round 2, we're going to be facing the same team that sent us home last year in the Dallas Mavericks, and I think they just got better. Again, I don't necessarily like some of these matchups I'm seeing. I don't like the center matchup. Will Purdue is kind of a liability. I need him to start to progress, but Michael Jordan should be able to take care of business. I trust Rafael Edison to shut down Mark Aguirre, but we will see. As again, they're a 2 seed. Even though we have a better record, I still think, yeah, this is not off to a great start. Down 2-0, gonna shorten the rotation just a little bit, and AC Green's gonna have to start. And Steve Kerr is hot, but he's not even in the rotation. I'll give him a little bit of time. But I mean, we might go down 3-0 and get swept here, and we stay alive 3-1. If we go 3-2, then I'll simcast. Eliminated by the Dallas Mavericks. Second year in a row that the Dallas Mavericks have eliminated us. And that is tough to see as the Lakers three-peat. Magic Johnson gets ring number 7. I don't know. I don't know if we can get to that number. I don't know if we can get to that number. Karl Malone puts up a fight, but it's not enough. I don't know if that's a number we can get to. It's obviously a bit of an unfortunate ending to this season. Michael Jordan, at 28 years old, is not getting any younger. I think, honestly, more needs to be done, but I mean, the Lakers are just that good. Even if we beat the Mavs, I don't know if we necessarily get past the Lakers. I mean, they are just a good basketball team. But as you can see here, Magic Johnson owns the MVP award. Michael Jordan cannot be stopped as the leading scorer in the league. But honestly, I think I need more scoring options. I've been trying to just get role players. I think moving forward, I need to get more scoring options alongside of him. But I mean, this right here is almost a scary thing. That's a three-peat, and really they haven't necessarily even seemed beatable. I mean, I would love to go back. I'm going to go back and see what happened here, if the Lakers were dealing with injuries or what it was. Obviously I can't go back, but if I see something in the old videos, the Lakers they're scary. They're scary. So that is going to do it for me. Obviously this is a little bit shorter than the last couple ones. Episode 3 was recorded like 2 months ago, and it took me that long with like schoolwork and stuff to even find the time to edit that. That's why it became 2 episodes, so I could split up when it was posted. So this is a shorter one to help myself out, and then also get content out earlier to you guys. I think the next one's going to be a little bit longer in the sense of like 2 or 3 seasons, but with the change in our logo and our jerseys, I wanted to go through that big change to the team as well and kind of set up the next video as well. I wouldn't call this a filler episode, but was meant to be a little bit shorter. So I will get this out soon and then keep grinding away at this series so we can get this all done before 2K26 gets out. Yeah, other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.